Okay, now we have Boaz Sasson, and this a Similarweb itself basically. Boaz Sasson has a long history with Similarweb. He was one of the 7 samurais which started Similarweb. He remember when at the time was Similarweb was very small company. It's a monster today. It's a real monster today because we kind of hi Boaz, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah, good afternoon.
Would be very nice if you look at the camera. So yeah, great. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Okay, guys, we have Boaz Sasson from Similarweb, straight from Israel, and he's responsible for basically everything there. And we've done a few events with him, and he's absolutely just don't go anywhere. Just don't go anywhere. Let him speak. Okay, Boaz, it's all yours. I just have no time for real chat because time is in this conference is very precious commodity. It's all yours.
Okay. Well, first, just to clarify, I'm the SEO. I've been running the SEO there from the beginning, but it's a big company with a lot of different activities, and the only thing I do is the marketing. SEO, now a little bit social and PPC sometimes. No, I'm not efficient enough to. I barely do this.
How many people do you have in a Similarweb today?
I think now it's close to 300.
300. And how many visitors a month, say, or a year?
A month is about 2 million.
2 million. Okay. So you're about the same size as a Moz in terms of visitors.
In terms of traffic, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, it's all yours again.
Okay. So today I basically gonna talk a bit about using our paid tool, Similarweb Pro for SEO in 2016. I'm not gonna get into the free version, the Lite. It's up online for anyone to play with, and I'm gonna focus on desktop traffic. Even though we have data for apps and mobile. We also have data for the Google's Play Store, but I'm not going to get into any of that. I'm just going to focus on our tool for desktop SEO. Let me share my screen. Hold on a sec, please. Okay, so Similarweb Pro for SEO in 2016. It almost rhymes. A little bit about us. We measure almost every mobile app and almost every website across the world. We try to help our clients discover, decide, and deploy their digital strategy. It's a tool that does many things at different levels depending on what you need it to do or your job role. This is a bit of how we can help you in various roles in the company. I'm just going to skip all this. In terms of our data, we have a panel of over 200 million users. We have about 100,000 verified websites. We call it our learning set. Those are sites that have their Google Analytics verified. It helps our algorithms learn. We crawl about 2.5 billion pages a month, and we have ISP data also for over 200 million devices, and we like to say that we see about 1% and sometimes more of online activity in over 60 countries. This is more a little bit about what we do with the data, how we get it, and all that, and some customers. And we're becoming an authority for content creation, and I'll get into that a little bit in a second, but newspapers across the world are using our data for stories real time. Okay, so welcome to 2016. There's always talk on SEO changing, SEO dying. What do we do today? What's different? I'm going to focus on a few aspects where Similarweb can actually help. I'm ignoring probably the biggest factor today, which is technical SEO, but we're not going to get into that. So in terms of what you can do with our platform to kick some ass in SEO. Okay, so big factor never really went away. There's some disagreement, but it's not going anywhere, and that's backlinks, building buzz and traffic. It's never, I don't know, as long as I've been doing SEO, it's always been a major factor. It's changed a little. You need less links, but they have to be higher quality, and it's still very important. One of the second things where we can really help you, and is critical to any SEO, is keywords. Knowing what keywords to target, and using those keywords to understand your users in the market. This is like the foundation for your SEO strategy. Third thing is creating useful content. At the end of the day, we are here to help users. We're here to solve problems and entertain them. And a good SEO has to take this into account. And the last thing I want to talk about in terms of modern current SEO is engagement. Getting users to engage with your brand and with your website, becoming attractive to your users so they like you and they keep coming back to you and they talk about you. Okay, so how can we help you do any of this with Similarweb Pro? First thing, assuming you're an agency or a consultant, we can help you before you ever meet the client. In terms of preparing, personally speaking, the more prepared I am for a consultation or a gig, the better it's going to turn out. You can never do enough homework. So, assuming you've got a hot lead, the first thing you should do is look at their site. We give you up to 2 years of data, and understand that traffic, the trends. Is traffic going up? Is it going down? Is it stagnating? Why are they hiring you? If they're looking for an SEO and traffic seems to be spiking up, that could be a little funny. Are they desperate? So just get a feel for their traffic. The second thing when you're looking at the traffic is look for penalties. You want to identify periods where traffic is gone down, and then compare that to known algorithm dates. Like Moz has a great calendar, and if you see a traffic drop at the same period of a known update, that's a fairly good indicator that something happened. And this helps you when you talk to the client. And then when you're looking at your client, you should be looking at the competitors in the industry, and you can basically benchmark the performance of your potential client against the industry or against specific competitors in terms of traffic, keywords, referring keywords, countries, and so on. And yeah, sorry. So just benchmarking against the industry. This is taken from our industry analysis tab, which is basically like an aerial view of the entire internet, based on 250 something categories. Okay, so you landed your client, you're working with a client. As you start, the first thing you should be thinking about is strategy or the overall plan. What are you going to do? What needs to be done? Any opportunities? And Similarweb can be very helpful because of this bird's eye view we can give you of an entire market. So the obvious is, what are competitors doing? And it's not always what they're doing well, but sometimes what are they doing badly? What did they try and didn't work? You can learn a lot from that. And you can look at keywords, referring sites, which can be both free and ad links. You can see the content they're creating, and what's working, what's not working, how much traffic they're getting to various bits of content, where do they seem to focus, what products are they selling, what products are getting the most traffic, what products seem to be working per country. Are they doing PPC? How much PPC are they doing? How much of their traffic is coming from there? Should you be doing it? Does it seem to be working? Where are they on social? What's driving traffic, if at all? Is their industry relying on social? Is it not at all? And countries, of course. What countries do they seem to be doing better in? And of course, you need to understand your consumers, what they want. One of the quicker ways of doing this is to search for the what's known as the 5 Ws: what, where, when, why, and how. We'll come back to this, and we can look at an industry. Say, I think here I have gambling worldwide. We could look at the industry. We could filter the search terms by our 5 Ws, and this is like a list of problems or pain points. What do your users really want? You can get the same sort of feel for what users want by popular content or popular products on competing sites or the market making sites. What seems to be working? Like, I don't know, if you're trying to sell cell phones, or what phones are selling, what are people looking for specifically? We can help get a lot of information rather quickly this way. And of course, countries, and we can even look at countries and then sort them by engagement in terms of um, visit duration, the pages per visit, and the bounce by country. And you're going to see, some countries, like in this example, this is a casino site. Spain is a large part of the share of the traffic share, but it looks like horrible traffic in terms of the pages per visit and the bounce. Like, it could be the site is not friendly for Spanish users, or maybe there's something with the market here. You need to dig a little. Okay, so now keywords. Keywords is a foundational element, I guess, of any SEO. And keyword research is something that you do at the beginning. It's ongoing, and Similarweb Pro really does make it much faster. I call it turbo mode. Okay, so one of the many things you can do is here I've pulled data on 4 large casino sites. Assuming this is a market I'm getting into. So I can look at competitors' keywords, and I can sort by either traffic share, volume, and this is the volume taken from Google's keyword tool, or cost per click, and start sorting, and then downloading into Excel, and creating groups from. Assuming your competitors are fairly large, then if you're looking at 2, 3, 4 sites on big site on if they're big websites, and you could easily get to 40, 50, or even 200,000 a keyword universe to swim around in. Something else we can do is we can look at the industry keywords. This is from the industry analysis, and we're looking at all the keywords to, in this case, it's gambling websites worldwide. And we can sort by change, basically looking for what's trending now. And we have time ranges, anything from the last 28 days all the way to 2 years. 2 years of history. If you're looking for trends, though, you want either the last month or the last 28 days. And then something else we can help you do is we can see what keywords are bringing traffic from the various universal searches. Is your market relying on image search, news, video, and so on? And you can sort by the universal channel and then get a list of the words, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we've got some keywords, and now we're kind of back to links. Links and traffic. It is I don't know, like chi or blood almost. That's what makes everything work, apparently. And we can help the modern SEO get high quality links relatively. It's not easy or painless, but we do make it easier. And the trick is that we focus on traffic. We're different from tools like Majestic or Ahrefs, where we don't show you what sites link in terms of the anchor text. We're not a link scraper, but we do show you what sites are sending traffic to other sites and where a site is getting its traffic from. And this traffic is often link based. So, okay, well, referring sites, it's one of the modules on the Pro. We can plug it in for any website or app or an industry. And then you can sort by categories. We have, I don't know, 250 something categories. And if you're looking at a big site with many referrals, in this case, I'm looking at several casino sites. Let's say I'm looking at just American soccer. I can filter by only soccer sites. I've got 560 domains here, and all these soccer sites are sending traffic. These would be good candidates for a conversation about acquiring links or traffic. Another way to help you get links is our popular pages mode. Popular pages basically shows you the most popular pages getting traffic in a website. And if you're looking at a specific website, you've narrowed it down, whatever, you're looking at a site, the site could have a few thousand pages. You could plug the site in, and we'll show you which pages in that site are getting the most traffic. If you're going to get a link or if you're looking to buy traffic from a site, it would make sense for it to be relevant, and you want your link or your ad on the pages that are getting the most traffic. It'll help you in terms of SEO. It'll convert, and I think personally that I believe links that drive traffic are quality links, regardless of Google's algorithm changes. I think it's the point. The whole point of a link is to drive traffic. And another approach is to look at audience interest. This is sites that visitors have been to before the site you're looking at, or in parallel, or before they're seeing these sites in the same session, which is 30 minutes. And we can also filter by categories. If there's in this case we're looking at an unsorted list of over 3,200 domains, I can narrow it down. If I'm looking specifically for casino, poker, or whatever other category. Okay, and now we have content creation, because it really is all about helping people. Okay, and you have to understand, what they want. When I first started with SEO, we were generating fairly cheap and truthfully crappy content. The game was as much words on the site as possible. It worked well in 2003 or 4 or 2005, but probably not the way to go today. You want quality content that is interesting and either entertains or solves a problem, that does something more than just take up space. Okay, so one approach, and this is just I guess a short list, because there are many nuances, but I can look at keywords for, okay, in this case I started with Betfair, and I was looking at audience interest, what other sites, and specifically what news sites people that go to Betfair also go, and I saw Sporting Life at the top. And then I went into Sporting Life, into their keywords, and I started searching. I can filter by word, and I was filtering, in this case, by the word odds. And I get a list of 700 terms that contain the word odds. And these are questions or problems. Many of these are ideal blog posts if I'm looking for betting traffic. I can do the same. It's not as granular, but the same sort of idea is, I'm looking at the popular pages for sporting life. This will work for sites where they have keywords in the file paths as opposed to just strings. But I look at their pages, I look at the traffic share, and I can get a feel for what kind of content people are consuming. What do they want? If they want football, they seem to, in this case, they want news. It's a lot of live. They're looking for scores. Premier League is interesting, and so on. Transfers. And then I can go back to the industry analysis, and I can sort by trend, 28 days or a month back. And this is basically an updating, similar to Google Trends. That is a little different, but I'm looking at the entire market, worldwide, by country, or so on. And what are people talking about now? So tennis seems to be hot. Tennis and Powerball seems to be hot right now. This is what's interesting people today. Okay, something else that we can help you is to spy on your competitors or on the market, or let's say you want to be an affiliate. You're an SEO, maybe you're doing some arbitrage. You want to be an affiliate. You're not sure who you should sell your traffic to. We can help. One thing I like to do is this is using our popular pages. I look for file paths that indicate a funnel. In this case, I'm looking at Betfair, and I'm looking at payments in the file path, and I can see deposits, withdrawals, transfers, and so on, and traffic share. I do a little bit of math in Excel, and I get a fairly good idea of how many people a month hit the site and deposit money. I can compare Betfair to Bwin and Ladbrokes and so on if I want to choose maybe where to send my traffic to. Or if I'm starting a new site, I get an idea for how big the market is or what I should be shooting for, what kind of conversion rate makes sense in my market. And just like we can track paid conversion, you can also do it for logins. How many people log into the site every day? How many people register for their newsletter? Any sort of action that uses a file path. We can help you. We can help you identify that really fast. And then I can also look at products. What is working in my industry? What should I be doing? What's working for my competitors? Very, very, very easy to do with our tool. And countries, once again, we're back to countries. Traffic share. Spain. The Spanish people like to gamble lately. Where should I? If it's a new PPC campaign, or if I'm thinking of creating some language subdomains, where should I focus? How do I prioritize the list of countries to target? And I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here.
Out of time. I think I only have one question. I have plenty of questions, and I will ask you to do me a favor. If you I'll give you a web page. If you can just log in and answer questions to you, particular in our website, would be great. I would really appreciate.
Okay.
Question. It's a typical question for Similarweb. From a size, from what size your platform became statistically valid? Because people saying when a site is too small, it's either no data or just they're not particularly accurate.
It'll vary. I've seen. I work on a lot of sites, and I've seen sites with, I don't know, at the range of maybe 10, 15, 20,000 visitors a month. We could be off by 50. We could
screen just because instead of watching this man's
great. So sites with as little as 10 to 20,000 visitors a month, we can be off by maybe 30, 40, 50%. But where we are spot on, even on smaller sites, are trends and ratios. If we show you that this 40% direct traffic and 10% search, that's probably going to be true regardless of the size of the site. We've pretty much nailed trends and ratios.
Yeah. Okay, guys. More or less, 10,000, but ratio is still, so they might not be.
Yeah, we get very precise. At 500,000, 1 million visitors a month. We're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But most people don't work on sites that big, and the larger the site, the more accurate it's going to be. But tens of thousands, and you have.
Okay, Boaz. They just shoot. They just kill me if I stop.
Okay.
If I won't stop you, please do. I will give you a site, and you will log in and answer the questions. So, guys, you stay with us. You can ask questions directly to Similarweb.